God bless you. I'm Matthew Brown. Thank you for tuning in to MLB Life Lessons. I want to share with you just an observation that I had as I was reading scripture. You know, it's funny that in the church there's always a group of people who simply want to bash and to put down others. You know, it just makes no sense to me where you can gather in a place where you are supposed to be worshiping and your focus is on someone else's insufficiency. You know, when I read the scripture, it dawns on me that this is no new thing. If you look at the life of Pharisees all through the New Testament, you will find that they were always in opposition or opponents to Jesus. The Pharisees and the Sadducees. And I was looking at Jesus because I'm interested in this, how to not only live like Jesus, but lead like Jesus and follow like Jesus. If that's the case, then you'll notice that Jesus never went off on anybody that he was ministering to. You know, the woman that was caught in the very act of adultery, Jesus didn't dog her, he didn't embarrass her. It was the others that brought her as a pawn, as a tool to Jesus, and say, what do you say? He says, well, he begins to write in the ground and says, let him that be without sin cast the first stone. It's interesting that in scripture we also read that there was a publican and a Pharisee, and the Pharisee went to pray and was praying all these long prayers, and God, I thank you that I fast twice a day and I do this and I do that. The publican, the sinner, just said, Lord, have mercy upon me, a sinner. You know, the other piece is the fact that the woman who washed Jesus' feet with her tears and dried it with her hair, the Pharisee Simon in the house began to look at her as though, to look down on her as though he was better than her when he had not even treated Jesus correctly. What is it about us that needs to put other people down so that we feel okay? If you're struggling with that put down disease and that critical judgment and everything and everybody is wrong, then I really want you to take a moment and look at yourself. I found in the scripture where the Pharisee says, well, you don't know what type of woman this is. Jesus says, but you never offered me anything. Think about this. When you talk about somebody, they may be that, but who are you? They may be that person that carries that critical critique. But who are you? You see, when you are talking about other people, you're just as wrong as they are. And you are smaller than they are because you need to reduce them in order to see yourself. How small are you that you need to tear everybody down so that you can be big? I hope you correct that. It's not godly.